According to the State of Uganda's Population Report 2012, Uganda's population growth rate is one of the highest in the world at 3.2% each year, meaning over 1 million new babies are born. This has pushed the Ministry of Health to quickly adopt the WHO Prevention of Mother-to-Child Transmission Guidelines called Option B+, that require putting HIV-infected mothers on treatment for life against former options A and B, which often stop after the first week of breastfeeding.
Since our women get pregnant quite frequently, we have a high fertility rate. We have also a low contraceptive prevalence. Very few women use family planning.
Put simply, the main advantages of Option B+ are protection against mother-to-child transmission in future pregnancies, continued prevention of transmission to HIV-negative sexual partners, because early treatment and continued uptake of ARVs reduces the viral load. There is also a reduction of treatment interruptions, which can lead to drug resistance, as well as a simplified regimen and service delivery. This in regard to the fact that untrained health workers before were missing out on mothers who needed live treatment, and there was inadequate laboratory equipment to test for CD4 count. Also, the baby will be taking drugs for a shorter period of time.
Infants now, instead of taking nevirapine until this breastfeeding stops, which could be anywhere from 4 months to 1.5 years, they only have to take it for only 6 weeks, because the mother is receiving a much more wholesome package of preventive medicines through this treatment.
Advances in treating babies with HIV all over the world have been going on, with the latest being the functional cure of a baby in the US after the use of aggressive treatment of a triple drug antiretroviral therapy.
So it's very exciting, but the world can't change what its treatment should be on the basis of one case. And in Uganda, there are the tools, there are the medicines to make sure that a child isn't infected.
Some include the involvement of men in going for testing with their wives and ensuring that HIV-infected women take their drugs. These have seemed to work perfectly in southwestern Uganda, where Elizabeth Glazer Pediatric AIDS Foundation is working.
In the period October to December of last year, we had about 2,000 HIV-positive pregnant women identified. In that same period, we tested about 2,000 HIV-exposed infants. And of those we tested, just slightly over 100 were found to be HIV positive.
There is absolutely no reason why mother-to-child transmission should take place.
19 districts all over the country with high HIV prevalence and less funding will benefit from additional funding from the Swedish International Development Agency, SIDA, to be implemented through a global partnership of UNICEF, Elizabeth Glazer Pediatric AIDS Foundation, Mothers to Mothers, amongst others, to increase the availability of HIV drugs to help infected mothers. Florence Nalimba, NTV.